Hi Deepak, I'm Vikas. I'm Chief Product Officer. Here we build toys and application for children. We mostly run our project in waterfall methodology. However, we have recently found that some of our projects which are very high on innovation and changing needs have not been that successful in waterfall. One of my friends suggested Agile for our next project and he recommended you. I really wanted to meet you to understand about Agile and know that how can we implement Agile for our next project.
It's great you are exploring Agile and thanks for considering us. Please share your queries.
So our next project is a Santa application for children. Right now it's January and we are planning to launch this application in December. We have our high-level requirements ready with us and we want if we can get this application ready by November, so we'll get 1 month time to review. Do you think it is possible with Agile?
A month? Wouldn't that be too late? We believe in early and continuous delivery. You should expect a couple of releases by then.
By a couple of releases, do you mean a release every 2 to 3 months?
No, we aim to deliver working software from couple of weeks to couple of months. In this case where we have to interact a lot because we have to materialize an idea into an app, we would aim for a release almost every month.
A month? It sounds a little unrealistic to me. Won't you be spending your initial 1 month in planning and design? We usually release the first payment to our vendors once HLD, LLD and SRS documents are shared with us.
To us, working software is the primary measure of progress. Definitely we would be working on documentation, but only enough that helps us deliver the first working slice of the product as soon as possible. Isn't it more appealing to you to pay for than just documents?
Indeed. So what I understand from this is that you would be sharing the prototype of the application at regular intervals so you get some early feedback and there are no surprises at the end.
You get it. Not just frequent delivery cycles help in streaming feedback, but shorter cycles and delivering in chunks also harness change towards competitive advantage, which means you can ask for scope change even at later stages in the plan.
Okay, it sounds quite demanding. Would you be needing my 2 to 3 hours every week?
Who is going to provide us the business inputs?
It would be me.
We would want you to then work with the development team on a daily basis. Of course, we can tweak the schedule to your convenience. However, whenever team gets stuck in decision-making process because of some business inputs, we would request your emergent support.
What mode of communication is recommended in this case? Would it be email, voice call, or something else?
We prefer face-to-face communications because it's effective. It helps us capture paralingual inputs as well, where in-person meetings are infeasible. Of course, we can opt for video softwares like Hangout, Skype, or even Zoom.
Okay, since it's for my interest, I would certainly manage my calendar. Let's talk about team. So who would be responsible for monitoring process, defining the technical architecture and recommending improvements?
No, because we do not have stringent monitoring processes. We build software around motivated individuals. We give them the environment and support they need and trust them to get the job done. In fact, they have full liberty to decide the technical foundation of the project, because what we have seen is that best of the architecture, design and requirements emerge from a self-organizing team rather than few individuals deciding the architecture at the start of the project and rest of the team has to follow it throughout the life cycle of the project. As far as improvements are concerned, at regular intervals team reflect on how they can become more effective through rituals like retrospective and tunes and adjust its behavior accordingly.
But still, without a well-defined architecture, don't you think that team may lead writing bad quality code?
No, that doesn't happen. Our teams are quite conscious about what they're writing. They do understand that continuous attention to technical excellence enhances agility. With every cycle, they revisit the code and the architecture and identify areas of improvements which they list down as technical depths. As they progress in the development, they keep clearing these depths.
But still, don't you think that team would feel burnt out because they are doing so many things in parallel? They are uh, working on architecture, they are working on implementation, at the same time they are making some improvements.
No, that doesn't happen. Agile processes promote sustainable development. Team defines its priorities, work on them, go home on time, and rejuvenates for the next day. In fact, they enjoy this freedom because it gives them a sense of ownership, and at the same time, it helps them build and maintain a constant pace indefinitely, where nobody is over-allocated or under-allocated.
Okay, so what I understand that everyone in the team would be quite technical, right?
Not just technical, the team is quite keen to know the business value they are delivering. They do believe that maximizing the amount of work not done is essential. I know it's a little perplexing. Let me give you an example. Let's say the team maintains a list of deliverables which are filled over time. What comes early on this list is a documentation which is probably required by some other developers in future, and what comes late on this list is, let's say, a feature requirement which adds some business value to the product. So the team, instead of working in a chronological way, the team actually at regular intervals calibrate their deliverables in purview of business value, and thereby eliminate any task which is not generating value. So in this case, the team would actually first work on the business value stuff and would do the documentation later.
It sounds too crazy but too good to try. I would ask my contracting team to reach out to you.
Thank you.